Welcome to the first Team Building Asia Limited podcast series. Today, we are going to be answering the question about how much does it cost for a team building experience. We've got Mark here from our sales team and David from the facilitation team. Let's break this down. Mark, from a sales perspective, what is a ballpark cost for a team building Asia experience in 2025?
That's a good question, Stuart. And I think that's one of the first things we get asked is how much is it going to cost? So it all depends. So we have to look at everything, the location, the venue, where we're going to be hosting it, how long you'd like to have your experience and what type of experience you'd like. So all these factors are really crucial for us to understand when coming up with the costing. But a typical ballpark figure, you're looking at around 800 per head for a half day experience. And then for a full day, you're looking at around 1,300 per head. So that sort of gives you a rough idea of the numbers you're looking at.
And that would be Hong Kong dollars, Mark, not US dollars.
Yes, you're correct.
Okay, that's good. Right, just checking on that. I do get asked that sometimes. And what's one factor that surprises customers the most, would you say?
The big thing we find that they're really surprised with is the fact that how detail orientated we are when we're planning and really getting the information from the clients. Finding out their needs is the most important part. We don't come there and tell them what we're going to provide. We want the objectives and what they're looking to achieve in order for us to put this proposal together and the plan.
Okay, that sounds good. Great. And then David, what does it take to create a great team building program?
We put a lot of time and effort into it to bring it to launch, but we're also part of a global group called Catalyst Global, and that gives us access to over 50 partners globally that are all researching these products, all researching activities that we can bring to market. And these are licensed proprietary programs that give us a lot of impact in the market.
What's often unseen but critical for us to deliver a team building Asia experience?
And there's a huge amount of investment and time that goes in to get to that training day. There's obviously the relationship with the customer. There's a lot of pre-work, a lot of planning. We've got a big hub, we call it, over in Kowloon, where we've got all our props. We've invested heavily in the props. There's a lot of packing. We have a whole warehouse team that are responsible for making all the checklists are there, that we've got all the equipment, that everything gets on site, actually getting it on there. Then actually the pre-event setup and the actual delivery of the experience itself. So there's a huge beginning, middle, and an end to running any of these programs.
What's sort of a critical part that we need to put together to make sure that it's a great team building Asia experience?
The key part of this is the co-creation. So again, like I've mentioned, we don't just come in with ideas, we listen to the objectives, we co-create the formula and how we're going to deliver that. Then it's the process with the project management, like David mentioned. So there's a lot of work goes into how we're going to deliver this. We work with the client to co-create how we're going to give them back exactly what they're looking to achieve.
What would you say then, Mark, to start with you, if someone's planning a team building Asia experience or a team building experience, what's one area they should invest in wisely?
For an investment point of view, they've got to come with clear understanding of their objectives, and then we can help with that. And in terms of the day and the process, then it's looking at the venue, for instance. A lot of clients come to us and they have no idea where they're going to go. But again, we can help with that process as well. We have a number of partners that we work with, and we can provide the information, help them find the right format that they're looking for.
Well, we really need to listen to what the customer wants. And the big question that we ask them is, what is it that you want everyone walking away with at the end of this program? And if it is collaboration, factoring that actual collaboration into the program so they can see the benefits of it. Because, in reality, we talk about collaboration, but actually we're still very competitive. So if people can see the benefits of that, that's something they can start to implement real change back in their day-to-day work.
Right, great. Well, thank you for that. Sounds like there's a lot to consider, and obviously now we understand a little bit more about how much it does cost to invest in your team and invest in the team building Asia experience. Thank you for joining us for our first podcast, and we have a whole series of 4 more episodes coming up over the next couple of weeks. Thank you for joining us.